So the third type of fraction is mixed fraction. Mixed fraction is a fraction where a whole number is combined with a fraction. For example, 1 by 2. So in this case, as you can see, we have a whole number and a fraction. So this is called mixed fraction. In order to do any of the operation of this type of fraction, we must first convert this to an improper fraction. So how we do that? Very simple. We have to multiply the denominator with this number and we add the numerator and we get the new numerator. So for example, in this case, 2 multiplied by 1 is 2 and plus 1 is 3. So this is our new numerator, and the denominator stays the same. So this fraction equals 3 divided by 2. So this is the way we convert this mixed fraction into an improper fraction. And now we can perform any operation on this fraction. We can compare this with any other fraction, or we can find the inverse of this fraction, or add or subtract, divide, whatever. So let's take another example. 7, 4, 5. So this is a mixed fraction. So this is equal to 5 multiplied by 7 and we add plus 4. So 35 plus 4 is 39. So 39 divided by 5. So another example could be 9, 2, 3. So 3 into 9, 27 plus 2. So 29 divided by 3. So it's very simple concept. Although you can convert this to decimal as well, like 1 by 2 is basically equals 1 plus 1 divided by 2, which is 1 plus half, which is equal 1.5. Which is 1 plus half, and which is equal to 1.5. You can convert this to a decimal. And very important thing to note here is that decimals and fractions they can be transformed from one form to another form. You can convert a decimal number to a fraction, and to a fraction, from a fraction to a decimal number. So you can convert this, a decimal to a fraction and a fraction to a decimal. And this is what we are going to do next, because we are trying to understand all the related concepts, and this is one of them, that you can convert a fraction to a decimal and a decimal to a fraction. And there are some common conversions like 1/10 or 1/100th, which you should immediately realize that what is the equivalent fraction of this decimal. So this is our next topic. So next topic is decimals and fractions. What is the relationship between decimals and fractions? So let us say you have a very simple fraction, 1 divided by 10. So what is the decimal equivalent of this? So this is, as you know, I started from a very simple example because you are familiar with that. This is 1/10, and 1/10 is equal to 0.1. And the way we get it is you divide 1 with 10. Since 1 is smaller than 10, so we have to put a dot here, decimal, and then we can put 0 here. And now it's 1. Therefore, this is equal to 0.1, or you can say 0.1. Similarly, 1 divided by 100 is a fraction which is equal to 0.01, and so on. You can find this is 100th. 1 divided by 1000 would be 0.001. With the same procedure we used in this division, you can repeat this for 100 and 1000. So if you notice here that if you are dividing 1, when these are all cases where numerator is 1, so these are the simplest of all relationships between the fractions where the numerator is 1, and so on. So you don't have to perform this for these type of conversions. You can straight away write that, okay, 1 divided by 10 is 0.1, 1 divided by 100 is 0.01, and so on. How can we go from there to there? And the way you proceed it, you count how many points decimal is away after 1. So this is 1. So you count this first, 1, 2, 3. So there are 3 digits after which there is a decimal. So you have to multiply this with 1000 because 1000 has 3 zeros. And this way we will get rid of this decimal. So if we multiply this with 3 zeros, because for every 10 multiplication this 0 goes here. If we multiply by 10, if you multiply by 100, this decimal will go there after this, and if you multiply by 1000, this decimal will come after 1. So therefore we are multiplying this by 1000, but this multiplication must be balanced with a division of 1000, so that we are not changing the value of the fraction, because this one can be cancelled out. If we want, we can cancel this 1000 with this 1000 and the resultant would be same. So now this 1000 when multiplied by the numerator, because if nothing is under the numerator, there is only 1 here. When you are multiplying two fractions, you have to multiply numerator with the numerator and denominator with the denominator. So because there is no denominator here, so you put 1 here. And now you multiply numerator with the numerator, you get 1 as we planned. Our plan was to move the decimal from this point and bring it here. Therefore we multiplied it with 1000. So we got 1 there, and on the denominator 1 multiplied by 1000 is 1000. You see, this is the way we got the answer. So this decimal is equal to this fraction. So this was the simplest case when numerator equals 1. Now let us take another example convert 2 divided by 5 into decimal, a decimal number. So numerator divided by the denominator. This is what fraction is. So since 2 is less than 5, so we put a decimal here and then we put 0. Now 5 is 4 times 5 is 20, so we put 4 at the top and then we got nothing left. So the answer would be 0.4. Another example, if you have 0.36, convert this to a fraction. Now we have to convert this to a fraction number, a rational number, from this location to here. So how many digits towards the right? So there are 2 digits. So 2 digits mean we have to multiply it by 100, because every 10 multiplication we go 1 decimal right. So what we do, we multiply 0.36 multiplied by 100, and in order to balance this numerator we also multiply this in the denominator, and the denominator of this term is 1. So we are not changing any value. This is still 0.36. We multiply it and divide with 100 to get rid of this decimal, and at the numerator we get 36, because this is what we were planning. And on the denominator, 1 multiplied by 100 is 100. So this is the equivalent fraction of this number. So we can actually simplify this fraction, and this is what we are going to do next. How to simplify this 36 divided by 100. So 36 divided by 100. So we find the prime factors of 36. So the same way 36 divisible by 2, yes, 18, divisible by 2, yes, 9, now divisible by 3, yes, 3, and divisible by 3 is 1. So we have the prime factor 36 equals 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 and multiplied by 3. And now we have to find the prime factors of 100. So starting from 2, 50, 0, so divisible by 2, 25. Now 5 plus 2, 7. So not divisible by 3. So divisible by 5. 5, and now 5 is prime. Now we got 1. So this 100 can be written as 1 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 5. So now what we have to do, we have to cancel out as many numbers as possible. So 1 is to 1, 2 is to 2, 2 is to 2, and nothing else. So now 3 multiplied by 3 is 9, and 5 multiplied by 5 is 25. So this is the simplified form of our 36 divided by 100. Simplified form. Of this number. So it means 0.36 equals 9 divided by 25. This is the equivalent fraction of this decimal. So in this exercise, we have learned two things: how to convert a decimal to a fraction, and then how to simplify that fraction using the prime factors. So wherever you get a question of simplifying a fraction where there are two large numbers, even larger than these two, so the best approach is to find the prime factors of numerator and the prime factors of denominator, and then you cancel out as many common factors as possible, and then multiply the remaining of the factors in numerator and the denominator, and you get the answer.